back to the Heart Check podcast. My name is Kenesha Simone, your host. And if you are new here we talk about love, family, relationships. We talk about spirituality, talk about God a lot, and a whole bunch of other things. But that's what we do here on this podcast. We open our hearts here and try to touch as many hearts as we can while doing so. So, yeah, what's up? We are on episode 9. It's wild. We on episode 9. I remember just not scheduling, but just planning out the first couple episodes. And I had all these ideas, all these things I wanted to do, all these things that I wanted to say. And here we are, just flourishing, like just still here, just keep going. And a lot of times when I plan things, it never goes as planned. And it's always for a good reason because most of the things I didn't plan to say or the things that I didn't mean to say or just came out end up being the things that touch people and impact their lives. So I'm just so grateful that I'm just here used as a vessel to spread words of encouragement, give people hope or whatever I say that does something for somebody. Like, I'm just grateful to use my platform for it. You know what I mean? This video is sponsored by the Lofty Views Wedding Destination Videographers. And if you need somebody for your wedding, you know you about to propose to somebody, you know somebody that's getting married, go ahead and go onto the website. That's www.theloftyviews.com and look into the packages, see what you like. Just add that extra razzle dazzle to your day and have your love story told the right way. So if you need a wedding videographer or a videographer for any of your needs, just go ahead and take a look on the website. I promise you, you won't regret it. All right, so this past weekend, well, I wouldn't say the weekend, past week was Thanksgiving. And, I went to this Thanksgiving so different from any other Thanksgiving that I've ever had because I was just so thankful this year. Like, thankful to the point where like I couldn't even express it with words. You know what I mean? Like it was just different this year. So me and my family, we had drove up to the mountains in North Carolina and we met some family up there and it was just like a beautiful, beautiful time. Like we ate together, broke bread together, we fellowships together, we had good times with the kids, we filmed a whole bunch of stuff. So it was just a wonderful time. Beautiful scenery makes a big difference. The atmosphere was really, really good. The children did well. I mean, we just had a ball from the hot tub to the fire pit. Okay. We utilized every part of that experience in that Airbnb. It was amazing. If you guys want me to, I will put the clip up. Well, my husband made a video for it, so I can post that video if you guys want to see some of the stuff that we did. But it was just a good time to relax, to rest, to slow down from the crazy things that's going on in the world, from school, sports with the kids, me being a mom, just everyday working, like everything that we do so much every single day. And to sit back and relax and rest was just like, I mean, I wasn't waking up some days till like 12 o'clock. I was getting up at like 12, like, and then going and reading my devotionals outside with the pine forest trees. Like, it was just giving. Like, oh, if you ever wanted to go on a cabin trip, just book it and go. Like, it's literally just bliss out there. So, yeah, that happened. We had a good time, amazing time. I know the kids enjoyed it. So, it's just good to get away with your family some time and rest and, take like a breather. It's just so worth it. But that's here nor there. So I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. I hope you guys are with family, your loved ones, and if you were alone, well, you're never alone. So, but if you were alone, I want to send love to you as well because I know that the holidays can be tough for people. And with that being said, I know that Christmas is coming up. And with Christmas as parents, sometimes we put so much into that holiday. Like some of us go broke for that holiday. I've been there before, like spent so much money, even money that I didn't have for my kids, my family. Just in some sort of fashion, we show love through gifts on Christmas. But at the end of the day, you show love no matter what without spending any money. So just make sure that this time of year you're spreading love the correct way and not focusing so much on the money part, focus more on just showing love and letting people feel loved and, you know, letting people know that you love them as well and speaking love instead of just thinking that you have to spend money for that holiday to show up for whatever society norm there is. Because at the end of the day, sorry, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter about the gifts, about the money you spend, how big of a present that you give to other people. It's more about the love that you give on a holiday. You know, that Christmas spirit fills everybody. Like people feel warm from the music. People feel good from the ambiance, the lights, the little trains, the you know what I mean? All of that stuff. Like people feel it. So if you spread that around for the holidays instead of thinking of it as like, oh my God, I gotta meet this quota of money for my family and my kids, your holidays will be fine. Your holidays will just be fine. Um, One of the things that I did want to talk about was how sometimes, you know, and like I said, I have done this as well, but as adults, sometimes as adults, we tend to put our childhood traumas on our kids. And when I say that, I mean like you may have experienced something as a child, far as like not getting the things you want, not living in the houses you've always imagined, um, not being not having the actual parent that you wish you had. You know what I mean? The relationships you never had. We put those traumas sometimes of our childhood on our own children without even recognizing it. Like we want to, because we missed out on certain gifts on Christmas, we overextend ourselves to give those things to our kids for Christmas or holidays or even birthday parties. I mean, we out here throwing birthday parties like they weddings. You know what I'm saying? All because little girl me or little boy to whoever never had that. It's like we're trying to replace our trauma with our children, and at the end of the day, our kids never lived that life, you know? So it's like, even with Christmas, that happens. Most people, you can tell who went without for Christmas because those are the people who have, they don't even care about the tree for real or the ambiance. The tree could be this high, but the presence is out the door. You know what I'm saying? Like we're overextending ourselves because we didn't have those things as a kid. Like you could just tell, it shows every single time. So it's like, just push back, see what your kids actually like, see what they actually want. Like it's been times when I've brought my daughter big old doll houses, all the little pieces, all the things I've ever wanted as a little kid, she's had it. But the thing about that is she doesn't even want it. I'll give her this big old doll house whole time she's playing with the little $10 toy I brought her from Walmart and it's her favorite. You know what I mean? Or she's popping the bubble wrap from the boxes that I actually put the gifts in. Like those things she want to play. Those are the things she wants to play with. She doesn't care about the doll house. Like she likes it for a little bit, and then I end up giving it away at the end of the year to make room for new toys. You know, so it's like sometimes you just gotta push back and be like, "Am I doing this for my kid, or am I doing this for little me?" Ooh, am I doing these things during the holidays for me, or am I doing it for my children? For the memories, because they like it, because they want it, because this is something that will make them happy. Because a lot of the times we have to come to realization that we're doing it for us, not for the kids, without even realizing it. Like, and that's a part of healing, realizing like my kids aren't into the things that I was into, or my kids don't want the same things. It's a new day and age, you know? Like for Thanksgiving, my kids loved just to travel. They were excited about it. They couldn't wait to go. I didn't travel much as a kid, so I was equally excited. But when we went and chose the Airbnb, we made sure it had things that our kids like, not the things that we just liked, you know? So it's like at this time, we have to make sure that we don't project our traumas on our children because it's easy. It's so easy to do. It's so easy to do. So yeah, that's something I just want to throw out there. It may not be for everybody. It may not be you. You may not be that person that is happening to, or that you're doing that on a regular holiday season. But I know for me, in my household, I've done it many a times and I've learned my lesson. One time, my one time my son humbled me about it. He said, I don't remember exactly what it was. I was basically telling him to be like grateful for something, but it was something really basic, like being grateful to have a vehicle to go somewhere or something like that. And, you know, he humbled me when he said, like, Mom, like, I get that you didn't have these things, but like I don't live that way. I wasn't brought up that way. So it's normal for me. You're getting upset with me because you want me to be grateful for something that has been, basically handed to me my whole life. I don't know how to feel how you feel about it. Like he basically humbled me in that sense because it's like I want him to be grateful for normal stuff. Like stuff that I should have had as a child. I'm sitting here telling him he need to be grateful for it and he doesn't understand it and I can't get mad at him for that. I can't. I can't be mad at him for that. And he's 100% correct. 100%. So, another thing about the holidays I want to say too is the holidays is a great time to serve. If you never knew how to serve or how you should serve people, like the holidays are a great time because it brings happiness to people, joy to people. It also can have the opposite effect of bringing darkness and stress and anxiety to people who don't have. So, just serving people and giving as much as you can during the holidays, I feel like it's essential. Like, and it doesn't always have to be in the form of money. It doesn't always have to be in the form of you sacrificing something or going without just to help someone. But, just serving in any way you can, asking people if they need help with anything, inviting them over for dinner, helping someone out with dinner, any little thing you can do to help somebody during the holidays, it really helps. Like, and it shows where your heart is too, because that sense of giving is there. Just open it up and go ahead and serve somebody and help someone out. So, I'm definitely planning on serving this Christmas as much as I can because I am so thankful and because I am so grateful for, where God has, I'm so grateful for where God has placed me in my life right now and the things that He's given me. And, even for this platform, I want to spread that awareness with everyone else. And I also want to give back as much as I can. I can't give everything, but whatever I can give, I do want to go ahead and give. And that's in any shape or form. So, if you can this season, try to find someone to help out, to serve, to give to, because small things matter. The smallest things matter. So, I wanted to talk about that too. I want to talk about that too. I think it's very, very important. So, and also showing your kids like, we plan on going to feed the homeless in the next 2 weeks, up under the bridge where we live at. I think it's downtown. I'm not sure, but we plan on going to feed the homeless, and I think it's important for me to take my kids. Like, I know what impact that can do for them. Looking back, like I remember when we were younger, every holidays we went and we served and we helped feed the poor, or we helped the homeless, or my mom went and talked to people, or my dad went and talked to people, or made people feel good on the holidays. Like, I think it's important, and to introduce that to your kids, it's just as important. So, this holiday season, we will be giving back as much as we can. And hopefully, it's something that I can just build upon every single year to give back as much as I can and to create bigger and bigger events where I can go and give to hundreds and thousands of people if I can. So, whatever God blesses me with throughout the year, I definitely want to go ahead and give back. So, it's on my heart. Hopefully, it's not everybody else's. If it's not, hopefully, this sparks a light bulb or interest in you to go ahead and serve. So, yeah, I gotta put my phone out, y'all, because I had to take notes so I don't forget like what to say because sometimes I could go on here and ramble. So, yeah, I just hope that everybody does enjoy all the holidays. That's coming up. We got New Year's, we got Christmas, and then we go into the whole 2024 thing. So I hope y'all ready. I am. I'm ready for new. I feel like my new year has started. Like, I feel like some of the goals that I want to have and things, I feel like it's time to just start it now. Like, a date doesn't matter. Like, I'm just going to start now. Like, that, I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm just going to start it now. But I've been noticing like a big culture shift. Like, the culture is shifting, especially for people like and who were born in like the 90s, 2000s or whatever. Like, the culture is shifting. Like, a lot of things that was acceptable before is not as acceptable now. Like, people are speaking out on topics that are normally taboo. People are speaking out on things that's just not right, things that don't make sense. some of the delusions that we were living in and accepting that was wild to accept in the first place. People are like coming out of that, and the blindfolds are coming off. Like I realized that recently today, like, wow, it's happening in patterns. Like God is moving in a way where he's like, listen, too many blindfolds is on. Everybody's just living here in this sense, like everything's okay. We're delusional. Like a lot of people have been delusional, and the blindfolds is coming off. And I love to see it. Like I love to see it. I keep seeing it every single day, more and more. And I just see us evolving in 2024. Like I feel like this is going to be the year of evolving for like lots and lots of people who normally live a different lifestyle. You know what I mean? Like people will switch up the things they say, the things they do. Um, and it's going to impact the society in a really big way because a lot of people follow society, people follow culture, and if that's what's going to rule the day and age of this time, it's time for a shift. And I feel like the shift is happening. It's happening, you all. So just know, things about to change. Things is about to change, and this little sanitized version of reality that we have, it's about to get provoked in a crazy way. Like I feel like sometimes if things are provoked in a loving and kind way, it brings the greatness out of people. Like sometimes you gotta spark people interest. You gotta like put the little light bulb in their head and just get people thinking. And so many great things come from it. Like all of the things that you never thought you can touch or you never thought you can do, or you know what I mean? All the things you ever aspired or seen with others that you're like, wow, that's amazing. It starts to become a everyday life thing. Like, and then you sit back and be like, dang, I never thought, like, even with me, like, I would have never thought I'd be doing this. Like, consistently sitting in front of these cameras and talking to y'all. Like, I would have never thought that. But, a little backstory though. I had a vlog channel and it was called Kanisha Simone Vlogs. And I used to like just vlog my life, like my pregnancy when I was pregnant with my last son, the little son. Um, I would vlog. I vlogged when I got braces. Like I just vlogged a whole bunch of stuff. And it used to get like a lot of views and a lot of comments, and people would talk to me all the time. But I took it for granted. Like I really didn't care too much. Like my heart wasn't in it. Like I think I was doing it just because like maybe other people was doing it or for whatever reason I was doing it. But I was thinking yesterday, like, dang, what if I would have like stayed on that path? Like, I wonder where it will be now. But then on the other hand, I look like, okay, boom, maybe it wasn't meant for me to stay on that path because if it was, it would have happened for one. And for two, my heart wasn't in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just doing it just because. So, but I think it introduced me into like the YouTube world, the social media world, how things look, how things should go, how to create content, my editing skills. So it did open up the door. I feel like everything that happens for a reason. So it wasn't for nothing. But I don't know if that was the path I was supposed to take because if I was, my heart would have been in it a little bit more, you know? So, but I do value that because it shows like sometimes you could be doing the bare minimum. Like I was recording that on like a what kind of, I think I had like a NX mini Samsung camera, like nothing too crazy. Like, and I was editing it. I did all my editing on iMovie. Like, I didn't use like what we use now. We got all kind of little stuff, but well, bigger platforms to edit on. Back then, I did it like on my phone or on my computer on iMovie. Like, and those videos was going. It was crazy because it's like, yo, now I look back, like I had the skill. I learned the skills back then. I had learned those skills back then, and now I can apply those skills to my life now. So it's like, wow, you just start putting all the little puzzle pieces together. Like, I'd be sitting back, like, yo, all of the pieces just come together. Like, every place I've ever worked, it comes together. Every school I ever went to, the people I've met, like, it's all coming together now. It's just crazy to watch. It's crazy to witness. Like, y'all, I don't know what's coming of this podcast. I don't know what I don't have any plans. Like to be honest, I don't even plan on making any plans. Like cuz I don't know what's to come. I don't know what's to come soon in the future. I do have a feeling like it is something big. I do have a feeling like it's something that I'm not going to expect and we just going to sit and go along for the ride. Like, I'm gonna just keep being obedient and doing the things that, God tells me to do, and then we gonna see. Like, we gonna we gonna see. So I just want to encourage people, like, if it's something that you want to do. My friend just texted me this morning. I had texted her. I said, write the vision, make it known, and she said, speak it, make voice notes, like, just put it out there so that, like, your mind knows, the world knows, God knows, and okay, let the plans just come too. I think that because we are evolving as a culture, it's just time to do it. Like, at this point, like, if it's in my mind and I get that vision and that thought to do something, I'm just gonna do it. Either it's gonna work out for one or it's not. I'm gonna be obedient to it. Like, if I'm supposed to move, I'm gonna move. If I gotta go somewhere, I gotta go. Like, if my time is up in one place and due for another place, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Like, this is the time to do it. Like, life is way too short to just be sitting around stuck and, settling in something that you don't want to settle in, and that it's kind of beneath you. You know what I mean? I feel like once you start getting the blindfolds off and figuring out like what life really is, some things are beneath you. Some things are not for you to still be settled in. Like, that season was over and you still stuck there. No, it's not the time to be stuck. It's a time to move. You know what I mean? It's the end of the year and it's just time to move. So um, if you're just out there and you're trying to figure out like what should I do next? I don't know my next move. I need more plans. Like, let God lead you into your next plans and just move. Whenever you get a creative idea, just go along with it. If it's something you've been wanting to do, it's been on your heart for years, it's a reason why it's on your heart for years. Because it's for you to do. It's probably a snapshot of your future. So just go ahead and do it. So just I just wanted to say that. I felt like it was needed. I don't know. Might be Holy Spirit led, y'all. I don't know. Be a light in any type of dark atmosphere, because we don't know what part of a person's heart is being knocked on. We don't know what part is being tugged on or pulled on. And I think it's our job to still be a light, to show people like, wow, there are good people in the world. There are little signs. And you know what I mean? People need to know that. Like, you just never know what's going on with a person's heart by looking at them, the way they dress, the way that they walk, the way they talk, how they look. Like, you just never know. So if you could be a light in that atmosphere at any time, just do it, because you have people out here battling mental health. You got people battling gender dysmorphia, suicide, all kinds of things. So if you could just, be that light and show love and, gratitude whenever you're around those people, like, you don't know what it can do. You may not see the fruit of it now, but it may produce later on. It might plant a little seed in them. You know what I mean? So just, if you can be a light to somebody, just go ahead and do as need be. I will say that, because there's been plenty of times when I planted a seed in someone and didn't even realize I did it until, weeks later they text me and tell me about it. And it's always odd. And I feel like, all of that glory goes to God, not me, because, he probably was speaking through me at that moment when I said whatever it is that I said. So just be a light to someone, especially for the holidays. All right. All right. So I will see you guys in the next podcast episode. See y'all later. Bye.